Welcome to Romanian Wine Story. This time not in a studio, not in a restaurant, but in the vineyard, as it's supposed to be, where the wine is being made. Today we have Irinel Macici, a wine tourism specialist, a wine expert, a wine lover, but let's hear from her wine true story. Irinel, thanks for accepting my invitation.
Alexandra, thank you very much for visiting us and for this interview. I'm really looking forward. And this is a welcome drink.
Yes.
So cheers.
Cheers, Noroc.
For you and for all the people who are listening us.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
No?
What do we have here?
Yes, it's a Fetească Albă, a Romanian variety, which together with Fetească Neagră, they are the two Romanian varieties which we try to promote more and more in the wine industry. So yeah, this is a beautiful 2021 Fetească Albă from Alba Valahica.
So, for those who are not here with us but are watching us, we are in Dealu Mare. So, this is a very nice and famous wine region in Romania.
Indeed, indeed.
Who is Irinel Macici?
Oh, okay.
I started like this.
Okay, good.
Who is Irinel Macici?
I wonder myself sometimes, who is Irinel Macici? No, I'm joking.
Tell us more about you.
I really know who I am and what I want to do. And as you said, I'm a woman who loves wine. I'm a wine lover. I like to say I'm a wine teller. So I love to tell the story about how to make the wine. I'm the link actually between the production people, the winemaker, the viticulturist, and the consumer. So this is what I'm doing and what I actually love to do.
Wine teller. That sounds interesting.
A wine teller. A story. Yeah, a wine teller actually.
A wine teller, because you tell the story.
Exactly.
That stays behind the wine, behind the label. So it's perfect for our motto, Romanian Wine True Stories. So it's like the story you tell to the people. Of course. So how did your passion for wine started? When did it happen?
Well, I was born. I am born in a family of viticulturists. My mother and the winemaker, our father. So I grew up in this industry. I'm born not very far from here, in a small town called Valea Călugărească, where my parents worked. So I joke sometimes and I say it's wine running into my veins and not blood. So yeah, I knew exactly that what I want to do. This wasn't a question for me, not for my brother. I have a brother who is winemaker in South Africa. So we knew exactly that we want to carry on the tradition in the family from our parents.
Wonderful. So you're not a winemaker still. You work in this wine tourism, so you work in the wine industry, of course, but you're more related to the wine tourism because that's how I met you.
I'm more related now, but I wasn't like this. So I'm pretty much a production
you're in a production
person, yes, working a lot in the winemaking part. Actually, after my graduation, I went for a couple of winemaking trips twice in South Africa, once in Spain, in order to learn how to make wines. So I'm very much a production person. But it's true, lately I discovered this part, which I absolutely love. Sometimes when I tell people about the wines, I tend to be a bit technically, too technically. So I try to balance the
story.
The story, exactly.
Okay.
Technique with story behind the labels, as you said, and.
Yes. So coming back, what you said earlier, that your brother works in South Africa, and you also worked in South Africa, because that's what I know. You worked there for so many years, and you returned
for 10 years.
For 10 years.
Yes.
Tell us more about this experience. How was your experience as a Romanian, not in Europe, in other country, but in totally other continents? So how was I mean, it's a different culture, different people.
It's a completely different culture. South Africa, it's another continent, so
yes,
far away from Romania. I was lucky because my brother was already there, so for a couple of years. So it was in my mind all the time, the wish of going there. So I met a beautiful person here, Octavian, who was working in that time, Octavian Firu.
Yes, I know him also.
Who was working in that time for a company in wood production. So I asked Octavian, why don't we... so they were busy actually in that time selling and exporting raw material for the cooperages in France to make barrels, to produce barrels. So I said, let's make our own barrel. Why don't we make a barrel rather than exporting raw material? So they took immediately the idea. We built a beautiful cooperage in Roșiori de Vede, and they sent me with the first export of barrels in South Africa.
Wow!
I opened a company, a PTY Limited, in South Africa, in Cape Town region. So I started to visit wineries and sell Romanian oak barrels.
Wow!
It's called Valach.
Valach. Yes. Nice.
So for 10 years I was doing that. And after this period I started to think about why don't I wanted to come back to Romania, to see what is going on, to see my friends, which I did, and I came back 9 years ago in Romania.
How was the adjustment?
It was more difficult. There, back to your question, it was being in South Africa, a Romanian. No problem. Everybody, they are a bit different. They welcome you a lot. So I remember I'm laughing about this. I was carrying all the time a map with me, showing the South Africans where is Romania on the map. Surrounded, the Latin countries, surrounded by Slavs, by Russia, Bulgaria, Hungary, so Latin blood. So they were amazed. Oh my God! So amazing. No problem. I have friends in South Africa still.
So you were working there, but still promoting Romania.
Yes, absolutely.
Wonderful.
Definitely.
Wonderful.
Coming back.
Yes.
I can't say I found my place very quick. No, I struggled a bit.
You struggled a bit, and now how?
Now, no, I think I'm.
You're in the picture.
I'm in the picture. I'm in the right picture. This is the destiny, I can say, because I'm right in the place where I was born, so not far away actually, 15 kilometers from here. Promoting this beautiful area, Dealul Mare, to the people, to the Romanians, to the foreigners which are coming here. So I really love what I'm doing now. I found my place.
You found your place. We know this is a world, I mean the wine world is filled not only, but most of the times with men. So was it hard for you as a woman to adjust here in this wine world? Or I don't know, how do you find your duties here? So, or how did you find your place here? Yes. As we know, it's a world dominated by men.
It is. It's true. Still it is. Well, for me it was easier because I was born in this environment. So my parents, they were talking at home about wines and viticulture. So for me it was easier. But after graduation and wanting to start my work, no, in production, I must say it was a bit difficult. It is a man world. But not anymore. More and more women are winemakers. Definitely in our field of wine tellers, the woman, I believe, it's finding her place better
Yes.
than the man. Yes.
Because we have that sense,
We have
and
that
that
sense. And anyway, the woman got that extra sense, extra sensitivity, which is
Exactly.
fantastic for the wine and for telling the stories about wines. But it's true, it's not easy. In South Africa, it's not the same. There, the proportion, it's, I can say, equal between man and woman. In Romania, it's still this, a man world. But no, we are fantastic. We can do everything in the winery. We can. Doesn't mean we have now the technology so advanced in the winery. We don't have to push pipes or push. We don't need muscles.
Yes.
But we have this extra sense, extra with taste.
Yes.
Which is very important.
So over the last years, now you're more focused on wine tourism, on wine visits, welcoming tourists, visitors, telling the story.
Yes.
Tell me, how do you see now wine tourism in Romania? I don't know. How is wine tourism now and how it used to be?
Well, when in the past was nothing regarding this, was absolutely zero. Going in South Africa, I discovered this enoturism. In South Africa, where there are like 850 wineries, all of them very well organized, having accommodation, having a restaurant. I discovered this part. So it was all the time in my mind that I want to do this in Romania. It was there, back in my head. Coming back to Romania, I saw a change, definitely a very good change, comparing with 19 years ago when I left. So it was a change for good. But actually, the enoturism has I see it's more started to how do you say to grow in after this pandemia time. And each winery got somebody here receiving the people. Definitely it's a work for weekends, so we are here for Saturday, for Sunday, for the people which they want to visit us. More and more accommodations and the restaurants in the area, so it's on the way. It's a very good way of growing this enoturism.
Irinel, tell me please, we are talking about wine tourism. So what does wine tourism mean to you? What do you think it represents today, nowadays?
Yes, very good question, Alexandra. And for me, it's a way of living. It's something fantastic for the consumers. For them, it's like they're coming here and they are amazed to see the vines, to see the whole production, the whole technology in the winery. So they understand better the wine. So it's very important for the consumer and the wine lover to visit the wineries. It's like a circle which is closed, because they do consume and they do drink wines in Bucharest, in the big cities, asking themselves who is this winery, who is the winemaker, so they put questions. They coming here, they see the whole picture. They meet the winemaker. We can walk in the vineyard to show them the different parcels from where we take different grapes for the different brands. So they do understand. At the end, I can see a big smile on their face.
Of course.
Oh my God, Irinel, now we understand. So for me, this is extremely important.
Okay.
And this is the wine tourism, actually.
Yes.
At the end.
Yes, coming here, see the process, tasting and see the variety, especially the local ones, to see the entire.
Some of them, they are so passionate, and they start to study after this. I mean, I have so many friends which they already have WACT, starting from
a simple visit.
From a simple visit.
Wow.
Or a simple visit. Yes, it's like, or they want to make their own wines. So yes, it's many doors they start to open for the wine lovers.
Yes. For those who are watching us, I must say that WACTs are the wine classes. So they're specialized classes for those who love wine and want to find out more about wine. And there are international classes actually. So it's an improvement.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's you come here just for curiosity, ask some questions, see the wine, drink, and here you are.
Here you are.
Next month or next year.
Ending with the WSET 4 in London.
Wow.
Of them.
Oh, that's the
absolutely
cupcake,
exactly,
the cake.
Exactly,
yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, very much.
This is the effect of the visiting the wineries. This is the.
Should Romania be a wine grape destination? Grape destination?
Absolutely. What I see now, more and more, many foreigners are coming. Luckily, we have this way of communicating with social media, so they can check very easy each region, each winery. Then they send us emails, and they are arriving here. So absolutely, many foreigners are. And actually, I heard something very nice from a French guy. Romania, it's known as a new world of the wines. So South Africa, New Zealand, they are the new world.
Yes.
But Romania is the new world.
Yes, because
wines.
It's
we have so much. It's
a hidden gem.
Tradition,
Yes.
but we never try to open ourselves a little bit more to the international
circle. It's about promoting.
Absolutely, it's very important. It's very important.
So
and we still have to work on this together.
Of course.
I
totally
this is
agree with
I love this word, together and togetherness.
As a team.
As a team.
We have to work on that.
We have to work on that.
We have to work on that. I totally agree with you on that point. But slowly, with passion and commitment and teamwork a little bit and communication, I think we can do great things.
Absolutely.
But
absolutely.
Yeah, a little bit of work.
Yes.
Sometimes hard work,
We're
but
getting there.
Yes, getting there.
And what is nice and what is beautiful and amazing, the vine is waiting. So this amazing plant, which is here behind us, waits. Definitely, you have to take care of it. You have to do all what is necessary to give you the
final
grapes.
Product.
But it's not in a hurry. Yes, exactly. It's waiting. The wine is waiting.
The wine is waiting, yes.
For us.
What are the necessary skills in order to succeed in this field? I mean, you're in South Africa, in wine tourism, and as a storyteller, I don't know, to feel like you made it here in this industry.
It's a combination. It's a combination of skills, actually. Like a good blend for good wine. You have to be a positive person, optimistic, which I am. I believe I am, because you interact a lot with the people, no? So you have to be a optimistic, happy person. But also you have to know your product very, very well. So just learning from a book and it's not enough. So you have to be very close to your team in the winery in order for you then to communicate the right things to the consumer. So it's a mix of skills which you have to have. Yes. Yeah, and a woman can do this. Really, I think it's a woman world. The enoturism.
Wine tourism, yeah.
Wine tourism.
So, what would be the recommendations for those who work in this industry or love this industry, love the wine? I don't know, for the wineries, for more the ones who work or are, I don't know, wine tellers, as you said.
Yes.
What would be the somewhat piece of advice, or even for tourists, for visitors? I don't know.
Yes.
What would you like to say to them?
So again, us, we have to start, as we said before, to work together as a team to promote better our regions, the Romanian wine regions, which they are so beautiful and waiting to be discovered. So we have to work together. And then each person to the winery, which is in charge of this, to be as good as they can get. And then for instance, I saw that in South Africa again. Coming back to that because I know it so well. For the tourists arriving in Cape Town by plane, they land. The first book which they buy, it's a guide, a wine guide. We call it a Bible because it's very, imagine 800 wineries, so it's very thick.
Yes.
And you have there every single information regarding every single winery with maps, taking you to with GPS, everything very, very,
very well organized. Yeah.
And each year it's updated, because there are wineries which they open their doors, they have their information about each wines they have, the brands. Everybody wanting to visit wineries, they buy that guide.
Yes.
Very, very important. And then they travel by themselves, phoning, of course, phoning before, and we are waiting for them and booking in advance. Sure, you have to phone and send emails and phone to book in advance.
Yes.
And yes.
Okay.
So we have to work on this organization, I think, part a little bit more. Other than that, and yes, more places more accommodations, or restaurants in the area. Here in Dalumare we are blessed because we are very, very close to Bucharest, to the capital.
Yes.
We are at 1 hour and a half, no?
Yes.
I don't know how much you...
1 hour and a half.
To arrive. Yeah, 1
maximum.
hour and a half. So very,
very close to Bucharest, to the capital.
But we speak about wine, you drink, you want to stay over, to sleep over. So we need places.
Of course, because we don't drink and drive. We just drink, we just taste.
Very good.
We just taste, so we need accommodation for sure. Absolutely. That's what wine tourism means in the end.
Sure.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. No, it's been a pleasure. I know you, and from many years. I mean, since I arrived back home, and I admired your passion and patience in telling the people the story about this enoturism.
Yeah, that's my passion.
Congratulations for this, and
thank you very much.
We will definitely we will work together, and
for sure,
be strong, stronger.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for having me here and accepting me here. It was a great pleasure. And let's say to our viewers, enjoy Romanian varieties, enjoy our Romanian wine true stories.
Indeed.
Cheers!
Enjoy. Cheers, Alexandra.
Noroc!
Noroc.